Hello and welcome to my new channel. I'm really excited to talk to you about some of the most interesting women from history. I'd really appreciate it if you could like and share this video and even subscribe to learn more about some amazing women. I love history. I find it so interesting to learn about the people who came before us. But what I really love learning about is the women in history who made the world for us today. So, I thought we'd start off talking about someone you've probably heard of. Unfortunately, like most women in history, her story gets lost behind the stories of the men from her time. So, let's talk about Queen Elizabeth I. Elizabeth was born on the 7th of September 1533. She was the only child of Anne Boleyn and King Henry VIII. Although she was born into a world of privilege, she didn't get off to a great start. Her parents were seriously disappointed that she wasn't a boy, and by the time she was 3, her mother had been executed by her father. This left Elizabeth seriously out of favour. Nobody thought she would go on to become one of the most successful monarchs in British history. Elizabeth was never meant to be queen. It was only after the deaths of her siblings, Edward VI and Mary I, that she would take the English throne. She was named Queen on November 17th, 1558, and had her coronation in January the next year. The road to get there certainly wasn't an easy one. Elizabeth even spent time as a prisoner in the Tower of London when her sister Mary was queen. She was suspected of plotting against Mary. This all boiled down to the fact that Mary was a devout Catholic and Elizabeth had been raised a Protestant. This must have been a terrifying time for Elizabeth, especially knowing that Mary had already executed hundreds of people because of their faith. But Elizabeth was an extremely intelligent woman. She was fluent in English, French, Italian, and even Latin, and all of this helped her to become a fantastic diplomat. But no one at the time thought a woman could rule alone, and Elizabeth was determined to prove them wrong. For years, she was under immense pressure from her ruling council to marry. Of course, her ruling council were all men. They continued to put forward suitors from all over Europe. But Elizabeth wasn't silly. She let some of these men come and court her. She kept them interested when it suited her needs, and even pretended to consider some of them just to keep her counsel off her back. Eventually, though, it became clear to everyone that Elizabeth was not going to marry. She would say she was married to her country and refused to be ruled by any man. This led to her becoming known as the Virgin Queen. But was she really a virgin? There was plenty of rumours that Elizabeth had affairs with lots of different men, including Robert Dudley, the Earl of Leicester, Robert Devereux, Earl of Essex, and even the Duke of Anjou, brother to the King of France. Even though she had no interest in marriage, Elizabeth took a lot of pride in her appearance. It's said she took hours to dress every day. She wore heavy white makeup that was made of lead, which slowly poisoned her and ate away at her skin. This meant she had to put more and more on, which just made it worse. I suppose they do say beauty is pain. Elizabeth was a Protestant queen in a time of huge religious turmoil all over Europe. She was hated by Catholics in England and abroad because of her faith. She even went as far as to execute her Catholic cousin, Mary Queen of Scots, to secure her Protestant rule. She was the first British monarch to send explorers to the New World and even orchestrated the defeat of the deadly Spanish Armada, something no one else had managed to do. Elizabeth died on the 24th of March 1603 at the impressive age of 69. So what do you guys think about the original independent woman? She helped pave the way for all the powerful women who came after her and definitely left her mark on this world as the last Tudor monarch. She ushered in the golden age and proved that a woman could rule better than any man. Comment down below and tell me who inspires you. Please like and share the video and subscribe to hear more about some real life superwomen. I really hope you have a great day and come back next time for some more inspiring women.